What's up, guys? We have a vintage based PSA group submission reveal video for today. There are two separate vintage orders. These are strictly all vintage cards in these two orders. We'll go over the information of each sub first. On the left, you have a 2-card value vintage order, PSA ID number 11345990. This was shipped out on April 4th. Came back on September 5th. So this one took 154 days, was definitely on the latter end of the estimated turnaround time. This was a little over 5 months start to finish. Was it exactly 5 months? May, June, July, August, September, 5 months exactly, basically. So right at the 5-month mark. And then on the right, you have a 32-card value bulk vintage order. This is surprising to me because the 2-card order actually came back at the same time as this value bulk 32-card order. That one was shipped out a month before, so it's kind of interesting. The PSA ID number for this big one here on the right was 11380623. This was shipped out on May 1st, came back September 5th, so 127 days. So basically 30 days quicker than the small order, which is kind of mind-boggling that it happened that way, but it did. So that was the PSA information for each order. If you guys want to join my PSA group submissions, visit my website at tradingcardbros.com. I have all the information on there. I am partnered up with a local card shop by the name of Johnny Ford Sports Cards and Memorabilia. They are a pickup drop-off location for my PSA group submissions. Visit the website, tells you kind of what's going on, the prices, the services that I offer. If you got questions, my contact information is on there. Don't hesitate to reach out. So we'll go over this reveal. I know the grades of this big bulk one. I know the collector who submitted it, and we kind of went over the grades because he was curious. And this is kind of his first big bulk order with PSA of vintage. So I already know the grades of these ones, and I don't know the grades of these two. I am not super knowledgeable when it comes to what grade would be considered phenomenal, so I'm not going to have too much of a reaction. This is kind of more of a, so you guys can kind of see the different cards that are graded, the grades that they received, and different vintage cards that are out there. So it's kind of just for fun more than anything. If I mispronounce anybody's name, I do apologize in advance. I'm doing my best here with a little knowledge. So first up, we have a PSA 2. A 1948 Topps Magic Photo Joe Louis Boxing Champions PSA 2, a little mini card there. And then another one, we have a PSA 3 1956 Swedish Nielsen and Patterson Reckford Journal, and this is hand cut. So PSA 3 and a PSA 2 for the 2-card value order. In the big 32-card one, we had one card that did not get graded due to N6 minimum size requirements. If you're unfamiliar with that, with what that means from PSA, things that are deemed N6, which means no holder, it is because it didn't meet their minimum size requirement. Cards are supposed to be a certain size when they're printed from the factory. This one does not meet the requirements to be holdered and given a grade by PSA, so they give you the card back with that little label. Unfortunately, you don't get charged for the service of them telling you that. If it was deemed to be altered, anything like that, cut, anything of that nature, they would charge you for the grading services, and then they would say a different reason for not holdering it. But minimum size requirement is one of the ones that is okay to get. It's disheartening because it doesn't get slabbed up, but it does happen with vintage from here time to time. So we'll start going over the results. Again, like I said, I'm not going to have too many reactions because I don't know what we were considering high grade, low grade for these cards. So 1976 Topps Jack Lambert PSA 5. PSA 1 T205 Gold Border Irvin K. Wilhelm. (1953) Topps Jackie Robinson PSA 3 VG. Wally Pipp PSA 5, 1923 WG7 Walter Males card game. As you can see, the card back. PSA 3, 1948 Leaf Honus Wagner. PSA 3. PSA 4, 1951 Bowman Nelson Fox. Next up, PSA 7, 1952 Larry Doby. I do know this was a very good grade here. I think this was a bump in value of what we thought it was. So, PSA 7 there. Very nice on the 52 Doby. PSA 2.5 on the 52 Topps Bob Feller. (1952 Topps Gil Hodges Blackback. PSA 5.5 on the Gil Hodges. (52 Topps Orestes Minoso, PSA 2. PSA 5, 53 Topps Bob Feller. PSA 3, 1953 Topps Mini Minoso. (1955 Topps Ernie Banks PSA 4. Next stack, you got a PSA 4, 55 Topps Yogi Berra. 55 Topps Duke Snyder, PSA 4. 56 Topps Luis Aparicio, PSA 4. PSA 6 on the 56 Topps Harmon Killebrew, Grayback. PSA 4 on the Sandy Koufax Grayback, 56 Topps. 56 Topps Don Larson, PSA 6. 56 Topps Ted Williams Grayback, PSA 4. 57 Topps Hank Aaron, PSA 3. PSA 4 on the 58 Topps Mantle and Hank Aaron World Series batting foes. Nice duel of two legends. PSA 6, 59 Topps Bob Clemente. PSA 6 on the 61 Juan Marichal. I probably botched that one. PSA 6 on the 63 Topps Rookie Stars, Oliver, Martinez, Robinson, and Freehan. PSA 6 on the 63 Topps Rookie Stars, Davis, Gosger, Hernstein, and Stargell. PSA 4 on the 1911 T225 Stanley Ketchel. PSA 2 on the Stanley Ketchel. Catavile Company. Other one was Serberg. PSA 2 on the 54 Topps Scoop Notre Dame's 4 Horsemen. And then a pair of Terry Bradshaws from 71 Topps. You got a PSA 4. And to round it out, a PSA 5. So 5 and 4 on the Bradshaws from 71. And that was everything. That was all the grades from the two vintage orders. Again, the turnaround times for those two were definitely slower compared to modern, but that's kind of been the case across the board. So that wasn't too surprising there. hope you guys enjoyed watching. Like I said, I didn't have a ton of knowledge as far as what grades we were expecting, so I didn't get to have a ton of reactions here, so I apologize. But hope you guys enjoyed watching. Thanks again. See ya.